Hey everybody, this is Jay with DIY in the Ghetto, and this is not a ghetto production video, but this is something near and dear to my heart. I'm sorry about if the camera's shaking a little. I do not know where my tripod is. It has been a while since I used it, and I don't know what happened to it. It just appeared. I looked everywhere for it, and I couldn't find it. So, excuse the shaking of the camera, and I wanted to bring something very cool that's near and dear to my heart again, which is this Cobalt Raq server that actually was a big part of my teen years, and I'll explain that in the upcoming video. But for right now, I wanted to tell you a little bit about what the server did. From what my understanding is that this server here is what some people would say saved the internet. And what I mean by that is, back in 1999 or 1998, the internet was growing pretty much big time, and they couldn't. And a lot of customers asked their hosting providers, well, ISPs, I'm sorry, not hosting, but ISPs. Back then, hosting companies were not that many, few and far apart. So they asked their ISPs if they can, host a website with a domain and all that. They said no. Pretty much a lot of them said no, unless it was for either a big business or a Fortune 500 company, something like that, then maybe. So the demand was high for people to have their websites, and that was like the biggest thing back in 1998, 1999. And from what I remember, I wanted a website. I couldn't afford a server back then because I didn't know what a server was, and I wanted to put a website up with on my own email. And back then, it was very hard to get an email address or your own website unless you paid a lot of money. Some domain companies that hosted domains were anywhere from $35 to $100 per year for a domain. And that was, back then, it was a lot of money in 1998. And I couldn't believe my eyes how expensive it was. Plus, the companies that were doing hosting, it was very expensive back then as well. I believe the first hosting company I was on was Yahoo Domains. And I believe I was paying about $45 per month for hosting that, and I had to, I got a domain with it. It was a free domain, but the problem was it was $45 a month. It was expensive, even for me back in 1998. And I didn't know really, 1988, 1999, somewhere around there. I didn't, I couldn't afford it. I had a side job in my teen years, so I wanted to really have my website up, but I couldn't keep it there. A friend of mine said, "Hey, I'll put you on my my Cobalt Raq server that he was leasing from a company. I'm not sure where it was or who, and we can put your domain up there. Plus, we can give you an email too as well, and we can give you a domain and we can give you a domain. We can put you your website up on the hosting, and we can give you an email." Plus, you can have FTP access. And I didn't know what FTP was until I found out I can actually upload my files, my website files, straight to the hosting. And man, I could change it. And this was the biggest part of my life that made me happy. Until about 2005, 2006, and they closed it down. I lost my website. There was no notice saying that we're going to close it down. My friend didn't know what to do. He went on to bigger, better things. I'm not sure what he's doing or if he's still around or not. To be honest, I don't know. It's been so many years since I talked to him. I could probably reach out to him somewhere in the cloud, maybe. No, just kidding. But, that's about it. I just wanted to first get this introduction video out to you guys. This is an unscripted video. I know I'm blabbling on, but I'm excited because I have a big part of my history growing up. My teen years was right here on one of these servers. Just for clarification, I did test this server. It is working, and the hard drive has been upgraded from what it was previously at its 20 gig to, I believe, 20 gig. It was a 20 gig hard drive originally, 256 megs of memory. It was upgraded to now 512 meg memory and 120 gig hard drive. So that's awesome. I got that. Also, the capacitor has been replaced by the owner previous before me, and he made sure everything was working. And when I got it, I had to do a lot of digging and a lot of soul searching just to figure out how to set this server up. But I did. I finally got it to work. And we'll be tapping into the server itself, the software side of it, through a computer. And, well, that will be coming in the next video. For now, that's it. Have a good one, everybody. I'm excited to show you guys how much this was a big part of my life and what's inside this server. But wait, there's more. Bottom here, box here, is another Cobalt Raq server. This is a Raq 4, but in here is a Raq 3. So these two are different servers, but the same. And I'll explain that in an upcoming video. For now, that's it. Have a good one, everybody. Take care. Be kind to everyone in the world.